Welcome everyone to the fourth episode of Funded Friday.
Got money, yeah, and you know it, yeah. Take it out your pocket and show it, then throw it back.
My name is Jimmy. I do the marketing for the company, and now I'm actually a loan officer as well.
What's up, guys? It's Ori from the HML Miami office here in Cali for the first time. Love it here. We're going to talk about some deals on episode 4. And here's CJ.
What's up, everyone? CJ the lender here, ready to get into it.
All right. So I guess I'll start off with my first deal that I funded recently. It's a $1 million loan, ground up construction. Let me just talk a little bit about the deal. So I originally got the lead back in March. When I first contacted the borrower, they told me straight up like, oh, hey, I'm shopping around. I'm looking for the best rate and terms for my situation. So, I kept following up. And then, 4 months went by. In July was when I actually, did my kind of like my final attempt to reach them. And I was like, hey, this will be my final attempt. Like, can we work together? Is there something that I could look at? So they finally decided to give me a chance to help them with their ground up construction. And just to go into like a little bit about, their situation and their project. So their first ever construction they did with a hard money that's local in the area. And you guys know with hard money, rates tend to be a little bit higher than, what we can provide here.
Less leverage, too.
Yeah, less leverage, of course. You have to put more. You have to bring in more money to get the loan approved. So I was able to help them with that project. And the project was so they originally got the lot. They purchased the lot for $250,000. The construction budget was about $1 million, and the after repair value was 1.7. So according to us, with those numbers, it checks out. They make their profits on it, and the credit score checked out. So we was like, hey, like this is what we can provide for them. So basically, that's how my situation came about with my loan. I did a lot of follow up, ended up getting the loan closed. Yeah.
What was this? This is a luxury SFR, or are they building multiple units? What
No, it's actually one SFR. So it's a single family. It's very nice actually. The house is very nice. And they're basically planning to be like the new luxury builder in their area. So that's what they're.
What market is this?
It's in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any challenges?
I would say not much challenges. It's just more of like, the follow up. That was the biggest challenge for me. Following up throughout the past couple months to get it closed. But once I got their foot in the door and I kind of like, tell them what we can do and how, we like to partner with our borrowers and build long lasting relationship, that kind of like basically kind of pushed them towards the end. And yeah. So far so good, and I got a great review from them, so I'm not complaining there.
Were they an experienced builder?
So yeah, they only did one prior to this, and it's their first one. They're starting off. Basically, the borrower he wants to retire a little bit early, and and on the initial call, he was like, hey, like, I had a conversation with my spouse, and, in order for us to retire in the next 3 to 5 years, this is the route that we're going to take rather than, doing what they're doing and retiring in 10 years. Mm-hmm. So, they kind of want to speed up the process of, retirement for them.
Nice. Awesome. It's good to hear.
So I'll get into my loan that I funded actually yesterday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Man. Congrats.
So it's a fix and flip loan in Philadelphia. So one of the mortgage brokers that I know, I met at a networking event, he calls me, and one of his borrowers needs a fix and flip loan. They have no experience. So it was a bit of a challenge, but we ended up getting them 90% loan to cost. So 90% of the purchase and 100% of the rehab funded. So they were in a bit of a very complicated situation. They needed to close very quick. They were out of extensions because they were working with another lender before, and they didn't end up delivering on it. They ended up giving them like 80%. The borrower couldn't, put that big of a down payment on it. So we had to close quick. And then there was another challenge. This was like, wow, I didn't think the loan was going to fund after this. So the day of the closing, it was Friday the 27th. The broker texted me that the borrower was in the hospital. And at first I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how serious it was, you know. But thank God she's okay. It was something minor. I did it on purpose where we had to schedule 3 days before the deadline. And then, you know, it was on a Friday, so the weekend, obviously, you know, during business days, so we had to close on the deadline. So it was it was a challenge, but we got it done, and it funded yesterday. So,
Nice. Congrats.
yeah.
Was there a reason for that deadline?
Yeah, so they were under contract, and they already got too many extensions because I was telling the previous lender. So they already had like 2 extensions on it. They were on their last extension, so it had to close on the 30th. Like, had to. The seller wasn't going to give them any more extensions. So we did it literally right on time, and we funded it. So
Yeah. And a lot of sellers do that. They want to close quick. They want to get their money. So it's, you know, there's a lot of pressure on the loan officers to make sure that we close on time. You know, I got one needs to close by next Tuesday. So that's a 7-day close.
yeah,
And, you know, we're going to figure it out.
You're gonna make it happen.
yeah, we got this one done in 14 days.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah. And so you had mentioned that you got the deal through a broker, right?
A broker, yeah.
Yeah. So you know, do you have any other deals with the broker? How did you meet the broker?
Yeah, so I met him in a networking event in Miami. Very nice guy. You know, usually, you know, brokers aren't so easygoing. This guy's very easygoing. Very, you know, reliable. You know, it's hard to find reliable brokers. But yeah, and he's sending me more deals soon. So it's very good to connect with brokers and find the right brokers in this industry as a hard money lender. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, mine was a fix and flip loan in Palm Bay, Florida. It was actually a repeat borrower of mine. This is his 3rd loan that he's getting with me, so he's coming back. But the purchase price was around $200,000, and his rehab was around $45,000. ARV was $330,000, and so we actually had this with you know, one of our funding partners. They were going to give him 90% on the purchase, 100% on the rehab, but then the appraisal came in under. And so for those of you that don't know, if the appraisal comes in under, usually that means we need to adjust the loan amount, because usually the lenders will have a cap at 70 to 75% of the ARV. So if the ARV comes in low and they can only fund 70 to 75%, that changes your loan amount, which means the borrower now needs to bring more money to closing. And, you know, no one wants to bring too much money to closing. So basically, we were about 1 week away from closing. We decided to make a quick switch. One of our other funding partners, they were able to do 85 on the purchase, 100% on the rehab, but it was pending a new appraisal. So we got that new appraisal. Appraisal came in with good numbers, and luckily we were able to fund. I think from that time, from switching to our first funding partner to the next, we closed that in about 7 days. So you know, it's pretty good to know that we can make that quick change and still close within 7 days, still get them funding, you know, and get them a new appraisal.
Yeah. So you had mentioned that it's a repeat client, right? So can you just talk a little bit about how you as a loan officer should be like nurturing your repeat clients or like keeping them up to date to get their business?
Yeah, I mean, you know, me personally, I don't do too much. You know, I stay in touch. I send them a text every now and then, see if they need anything funded. But I think at the end of the day, just making sure that we provide a good service, great customer service, you know, keeping them up to date when their loans are in process, you know, texting them every day saying like, hey, here's an update. You know, that way they're not left in the dark and they know what's going on, and just basically assuring them that we could get them funding, because, you know, the ability of how well you do your job as a loan officer is really, you know, can you execute? Can you really get the borrower the funding? Because a lot of lenders, they talk and they say they could do something, and then next thing you know, something changes and they're not able to execute. They only have one trick in their bag. So just knowing how to get these deals funded, how to get them across the finish line is really important as a loan officer.
Okay. Yeah. So do you have any big deals or any like, you know, good scenarios that you're working on at the moment that you kind of want to share with the audience, or you don't want to jinx it because it's bad luck to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't
I
like.
don't want to jinx anything.
I don't like talking about deals before they close.
It's the bad juju.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say though, if you're out there watching or listening to us right now, and you do have a scenario, I'm sure Jimmy's gonna put our numbers at the bottom. Feel free to reach out. Be happy to get you some quotes. It's pretty quick and easy. We get you a quote within 1 day. So
Yeah. So my borrower, she had no experience, and we got them 90% loan to cost for a fix and flip. So we offer very, very high leverage for ground up, fix and flip, DSCR.
yeah, which is great for first time borrowers. You're never gonna find 90% loan to cost out there.
Yeah.
There's probably only one place, and if you don't know that place, you're not gonna get it. So here we are.
This is the
We
place.
have it right
This
here,
is the
so-
place.
As for the next question, what do you guys think is going on in the market nowadays? Anything new from the past couple
We've
weeks?
touched upon this, I think, in one of the past episodes, but DSCR rates, you're starting to see those come down. I used to be in the 6 to 9s. Now I'm in the 5 to 7s.
5 to 7.
And we're also now able to do 80% LTV on DSCR. It used to be a lot in the 70s and 75s, but now you're seeing 80s. Plus, you're seeing the lower rates. That's a really good environment for investors to start renting, start doing more rental properties. Do some burrs. Even the fix and flip rates.
Yeah, fix and flip will also.
Yeah, we had that. We had those rates on fix and flips. They were 10 to 12s, but one of our top funding partners, they just dropped their rates by 50 basis points. So, it's a good time to build, and it's a good time to start getting rental properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say? I guess we could end it. You guys want to end it?
I'd probably just say, for a lot of the first time investors out there, just keep analyzing deals. The more deals you analyze, the more you're going to find good deals. And once you find a good deal, submit an offer. The more offers you submit, the more you're going to get under contract, and the more deals you're going to be able to execute. And then also on top of that, just keep raising private money from private investors, because at every level of real estate, you're always going to be raising money. You're going to run out of money at one point. So the quicker you could start learning how to raise money, the quicker you could do more deals in the long run.
Good. All right. You guys want to...
That's all I got here.
Okay. You got anything else?
No, that's about it.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in to the 4th episode of Funded Friday. My name is Jimmy.
Ori.
CJ the lender.
And make sure if you guys have any loans you guys are looking at or any deals you guys want to run by any of us, feel free to contact us. Yeah, and make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and drop any comments you guys might have. We really would appreciate it.
Anything you want to hear on the next episode, drop a comment.
Let's go. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Got money, yeah, and you